Hey Albert,
Hey, how are you doing?
good. How about you?
Busy, very busy. But
Thank you for thank you for taking the time to do this with me.
well, actually, I've been wanting to do this earlier, but anyways, so I guess we'll wait on the New Jersey thing till next year, eh?
Yeah,
Okay. I didn't know whether you could fit that in because it's in November, you know?
yeah. I'll be if I'm back in school. I can't go back to New Jersey. Come back to
Oh
New
yeah,
Jersey.
you're stuck up there.
Yeah.
Unless you want your mom to take care of it, she could sit
No,
there.
no, no. It's very strenuous for her to drive all the way here.
Oh, is Jersey City pretty far?
Palisades Park, New Jersey is like 6 hours from Rochester.
Oh no, if you didn't show up, you just stayed up there and then she just did the booth. I don't think she wants to stay in the booth for 2 days.
No, also she has to drive up here because she comes to Rochester with me.
Oh, you don't fly there.
No, I drive there with my mom.
That's not a fun drive. Sorry to say.
Yeah.
But anyway, write this book down.
Okay.
You need this book.
What is it called? Ornamentalism?
Yes, write that down. Buy it. Along with gender trouble, it's probably maybe even more important than gender trouble.
Really?
Not really, it is.
Okay.
Order that book. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Especially with the goddesses thing. But and then I really suggest I put some more stuff into that folder as well, which I think will help. So,
Hmm.
but do you know what's this review going to do? Like, you're not presenting, I hope, right?
Uh, I'm just showing my work and talking to my professor. That's all. Yeah.
Like, who,
It's an in progress review.
like, who's there?
Just Emily Glass.
Oh, I see. Have you talked with her at all, or this is like the first time you talked with her since?
Yeah. I mean, I talked with her a little bit over email, but she's like, I'm on vacation, so I'm not very accessible
I
during the
see.
summer.
Yeah, Bryce is just finishing up some stuff here.
Yeah. I'm realizing that I don't have many paintings to send you. Maybe I can send like 4 or 5 more.
That's fine. We don't need
Hmm.
many. The thing is, we need to clear out your place so you can have room to paint new stuff, you know?
True, true.
I mean, actually, that was kind of the point. I mean, did you
Yeah.
sell anything like recently?
Pardon me?
Did you sell anything? Or like, I know you were
No?
doing a yard sale to try to sort of dump your work so you can make new one, you know?
Yeah, I don't sell much, no.
Uh, I mean, honestly, Melissa would love to show your work up in Logan too. Like we're
Hmm.
trying to actually build like a big space up there in the
Oh, really?
rural area. Yeah, that'll be really good. So then eventually we're gonna have 3 locations. So
Hmm.
that's the goal. We'll
But
have
would
one
people
in
come there? Would people come there?
tons. We get
Really?
people from Idaho and people in Logan. There's actually no real art gallery up there.
I
So
see.
like we would be the only one, which is awesome. And
Yeah.
Salt Lake's really nice. We're going to keep
Uh-huh.
our restaurant one,
Hmm.
but eventually we'll need even more room eventually because we're getting bigger. So, I mean, not more artists. We're just people are sending more work and stuff like that we want to
I
show.
see.
But I
Yeah.
mean, depends on where Bryce and I go to grad school too, because
Yeah.
we got to figure out LA or New York. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, as I said before, I'd bribe you to move here or at least stay here for a long time if you could, because
Uh-huh.
I think it will help with sort of your art practice. Plus, it's just expensive in New Jersey, regardless, for
Hmm.
materials. And especially
Hmm.
since you want to work really big, I
Hmm.
mean, your house is still not the biggest place to
Yeah.
go, but you got
Yeah.
to finish RIT first. You can't.
Yes.
That's the first priority. If you don't finish that, I don't know what to say. We'll have to figure out what to do. But
Yeah.
okay,
I
Bryce.
have 30 more paintings to go.
I haven't.
I plan
I'm going to download those after the meeting. I just got back, so I
I plan
haven't.
the time because I have like 4 weeks left before start of school, so it's like no more like 6 weeks. So
Yeah, but you need
um
to finish those paintings before 6 weeks. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
when's your lead class done anyway?
Oh, I'll just take them right up to the point when I leave for RIT.
I know, but when's your actual last class of at the league?
Probably around August 15th.
Holy shit! Really? That's a long class. Oh, you're
No,
taking
because
two classes, right?
it's monthly, but I'm just taking one.
Oh, it's just that's the whole summer, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, my classes end last Monday
yeah.
because one of my classes got canceled. So,
I see, I see.
but I
Which
mean
class?
that weekend, the next weekend, I'm flying out to LA, so I'm not
Oh
even.
wow, nice.
No, I mean I'm actually going to see some like real shit. I mean, not to say the Egyptian show was pretty cool, but
Uh-huh.
as I said, I'm sending you. I sent you all the references to the Mesopotamian, and
On the Discord, right?
no, actually in the Google Drive, your private Google Drive.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, because I shared that with Melissa
Yes,
about
yes. But
because
why the TIFF file so
I'm not
big?
ready to whip out some sexually explicit Sumerian art from like 5,000 years ago. But I mean it's still very important. I think it will influence fairly important. I mean, actually I'm reading about Picasso, and
Hmm.
Picasso was very heavily influenced by the Kitarids, but he also was like going through a radical shift where he simplified the figure and then started doing cubism where he broke up the figure
But why is the TIFF file so big?
because they're 2400 DPI scans, which is the most accurate scanning ever.
I see, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
and these are like scanned out of art books because you can't get them online. So
Wow.
yeah, like I'm actually spending time. It takes 10 minutes per scan.
Oh wow. Thanks so much.
Yeah, well, we're trying to help you. So get some new ideas. We figured you got to look to the ancient art, and then this book will help, really, as well as Gender Trouble. I don't know if you're finished with Gender Trouble yet, but
I am halfway done.
okay. Well, this book should be your other book apart from Gender Trouble. That's all you
Okay.
really need,
What is it about?
because this is about like Asian goddesses or
Oh
stuff like
wow.
that. But it's like not easy reading either. So it's on the level of Gender Troll, but it distills a lot. The thing is, if you could combine like the anti-fetishization, but yet combine it with ancient art, I think you're going to
Hmm.
get something that nobody else is doing. The only problem is I don't know what your professor wants, because that's the only negative. But Bryce is like drumming out this press release for Marissa's show, which we're very
Hmm.
excited.
Nice.
And then we're
Nice.
going to publish a book with you and Melissa.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you're going to be. We actually have a new publishing gallery publishing section. So Marissa's is the first book that we
Hmm.
published. We're going to
I
do.
see.
We're going to start doing some like artist book compilation stuff.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, I like to compile your photographs into a
Oh yeah,
book.
that'd be nice.
But
For a book?
yeah, but we're going to try to get like 500 photos, which you don't
Hmm.
quite have.
I see. Yeah. I need to make more.
Well, not that we're going to make your book big. So
Oh
what
wow.
so your physician like is that just a prescription for like
No, 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 my psychiatrist.
on a Sunday? I didn't think they work on Sundays.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay, that's admirable. Like I work on Sunday, but that's just because I choose to.
I see.
No, but I was just astonished anybody would be actually consulting on a Sunday. That's here in
Mm-hmm.
Utah, you're lucky you get food on Sunday. So
Mm-hmm.
most places close down.
Wait,
Hopefully,
what is the book that you published? It's like can you send me the link to it?
you mean Marissa's book?
No, the one with Eddie and me and you.
Yeah, let me shoot that to you right now.
Okay.
You need to publicize it because it is an important book.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding. And show your professor. I mean,
Mhm.
this here must publicize. Here, I'll put it in chat. There, you must publicize it because that was a lot of work for all three of us.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's actually mentioned in LA. If that doesn't show your professor that you've been doing well, I don't know what to say, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Have you kept in touch with any of your colleagues over the summer or not at all?
Just two. All the other colleagues just hate me and they don't like me and
Yeah,
they don't
but
talk to me.
the two that you're keeping in touch with, how are they doing?
Well, one of them is a graduate student. The other one is just undergrad. The graduate student Jennifer is sick. She had COVID and
Oh,
has
that's sorry to hear that.
neurological disease or something. So she's not doing well.
That's not good. Is she going to be able to come back this fall?
Uh, that's questionable.
So she might have to take a break or a hiatus.
Yeah. It's but and the undergraduate student what was her name? I think that her name's also Jennifer. Wait, let me check.
Lots of Jennifers.
No, Haley. I think Haley. Yes, Haley. Haley is just busy uh practicing, I guess, or working. I think she's working right now.
Mhm.
She's working to make money for art supplies. I'm sure that's what she's doing probably. But she helped me understand the gender trouble book.
Cool. Well, this is the other book that you two will need to work through.
Okay.
In fact, I'm reading it. That's how important it is. But I'm doing some other project. So
Uh-huh.
I actually will buy a copy of it. It actually is so recent, it just came out a year and a half ago. So that's how recent it is. It's actually very
Mm-hmm.
revolutionary. So we're super excited because
Mm-hmm.
we've never had critical, well, very rarely have we had critical theory combined with Asian culture. Like that's just super rare. I'm waiting for Bryce, but maybe we could talk a little bit. I mean, obviously. So what kind of things are you expected to do, like with Professor Glass, basically? Like,
I'll
just gonna
just
show your stuff you did or what?
I'll have to show her stuff that I did, the 50 painting requirement, and also the any kind of reading I've been doing, so I can better explain my work
Okay,
instead of just.
here, you got it. Add that. Plus, add all that Mesopotamian stuff that we're sharing
Mm-hmm.
with you, which
Mm-hmm.
I think will help.
Yeah, I need
Because
to probably get those books too.
yep, there are a bunch of Mesopotamian books I mean, I actually posted a bunch in Discord with Mesopotamian. But the best one is the one just published by the Getty. I'm actually going to that show in like a few weeks called Mesopotamia
Mm-hmm.
Civilization Begins. It's a really good book.
Uh-huh.
It's like the best book, and it really will inspire you quite a bit. Because you have to
Okay.
understand there is no gender dynamic until like Christianity, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like Christianity was the first. Actually, I'm going to argue that maybe even sexism didn't even really exist. I mean, it was always latent in some way, but it was not codified until Christianity came. And we're talking post-Roman Christianity.
But even what about Confucianism?
Yeah, well, he was sort of sexist too, but it became more political on a higher level because Confucianism, he was sexist, yes, but it never got translated into like legal stuff.
I I see.
So Christianity is like the first time where, and it was about the same time. In fact, you could argue early Christianity was even before Confucius, where sort of like basically females were excluded from like legal things like owning property,
Mm-hmm.
the marriage and stuff like that. In fact, if you look at early civilizations, which I've been obviously spending a lot of time with, you see where there's just none of, like women were actually, you could argue, very well respected, like in Minoan culture. I mean, the women were the priestesses, and the priestesses
Mm-hmm.
had the power, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why we have fertility cults, especially like Mesopotamia, where the women I mean, to be honest, they found mass graves and people committed suicide when the queen
Mhm.
died, and that
Oh wow.
there was no gender, right? The gender distinction was there, but it was just basically the funeral orchestra and the guards all like drink poison, and then they got, you know, buried basically afterwards. But it's like
Mhm.
for the queen, like it wasn't. So apparently, I mean, this isn't like as sexist as say during like, you know, the medieval times where you see like that reversal. So I mean, it's the same thing with race. Race was not really a concept that was invented in a formal sense until later. That's
Mhm.
not to say that ancient Romans weren't like, they were very anti-foreign, but it
Yeah,
was either like you're part of Rome or you're not. But they didn't care about your skin color. Like you were
I
just
see.
Roman citizen, or nope, you're kind of not part of the Roman Empire, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But skin color was like not really even looked at. If you look at, actually, it's interesting. I would argue maybe if we could see Pompeii with all those erotic paintings,
Hmm.
like you would see like race even didn't really matter, like skin color, like you see all types, you know.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until like early Christianity, post the decline of the Roman Empire, where you see the that stuff gets codified, especially through like the consuls, councils, and edicts that were happening
Hmm.
at that time. So,
Hmm.
how long's your meeting slated to be, and what time is that?
It's 4 o'clock on
PM,
Wednesday.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just recognize we also have a meeting that evening as well
I see. I
later.
see.
But I mean, that's with Claire and Becca. So,
Mm-hmm.
but that for you, that's mostly optional. But if you
Hmm.
want to come by and talk to them, that's
Okay.
never a bad thing. Especially, you know, not, you know, you want to hang out and stuff. Okay, I think Bryce is taking a little while, but anyway, I'm just waiting for Bryce to get here so you can start showing the work. Are these, how big are these paintings that you're doing? 8 by 10s?
They're like 16 by 20 or 24 by 18.
Wow. Okay, they're not small.
Yeah.
So do you just
Some of
like,
them are small.
uh-huh. Do you just lug like a bunch of canvases to the league class? And then
Yeah.
I see. So how are you
Did you look at all
liking,
of them?
huh?
Did you look at all of them?
No, yeah, I'm going to when I get my other computer. I have to charge my other laptop that I'm,
Okay, okay.
this is my Zoom laptop. I don't,
I see.
I only use this for my classes in Zoom, but
Uh-huh.
I do all my art
Should
and
I share my
notes stuff.
screen or something?
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Okay, you can do it. Should be able to.
This is good.
Yeah, perfect. I need to get out of the full screen. Fabulous. These are works on paper, right? I just want to verify.
Yeah.
What are you
These are
using?
drawings. Color pencil, charcoal, pencil.
I see. Oh, so these are just run the mill type stuff. So these aren't actual paintings as much as just drawing exercises for a lot of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're meeting with Professor Glass is like an hour, right? At most. They look really
Mm-hmm.
impressive.
Yeah, probably an hour.
Okay.
Hello, Bryce.
There you are, Bryce. It's gonna take a little while. Hey, Bryce.
Hey,
How you doing, man?
good.
Nice. We're
Nice to see you
getting
again.
we're getting
Yeah,
we're getting consolidated. The gallery straw is really grateful to hear from us. So
yeah.
pretty excited. So these are basically so Chun, you're just explain, give a little background Wednesday about your meeting. Just a little background to explain the context of what's happening.
So I'm just gonna talk with Professor Emily Glass at RIT about how much, what kind of progress I'm making towards meeting my requirements for conditional pass at my graduate review. So they told me I need to make 50 30-minute paintings and improve my painting and drawing skill. And the paintings need to be done from observation of some kind. And I also need to better explain my work rather than referring to names of modern artists that influenced me, like more art theory and literature, perhaps. So I've been reading the Gender Trouble book, but not making too much progress because I'm only halfway done with it. But these are the like color pencil and charcoal and graphite pencil drawings of models that I painted or that I drew at the Art Students League. And these are done under instruction of John Variano, who's a drawing teacher there. And these are like 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So these are the ones you are presenting for Professor Glass.
Yeah, just to show her that I've been working on my drawing skill as much as my painting skill.
Ah, that's good. Well, you definitely have a variety of poses, which are very important.
Yeah, I can use them as reference for later.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would deconstruct a lot of this, but that's just me.
And then these are the paintings, like on each
Wow.
on
Those
each
are the
name are
ones
written
we, yeah, those are the ones eventually we would like to have sewed.
That's very does have very like Renaissance-y Dutch kind of portraiture
Yeah,
vibes.
these
I
are
like it.
Eng. They're Eng.
Actually, we're hitting about 18th century for a lot of this, like Ingres and stuff like that.
And then
Ingres.
this is direct observation. Don't you pronounce English as Eng or something? Eng?
Yeah, but I'm gonna Americanize it for this one.
Okay.
Ingres.
It's Ingres, but you know,
Oh, Ingres, you're right.
you
Yeah.
drop all the I mean, don't worry, Bryce. You're going to be learning a lot of foreign languages to butcher them anyway. Okay, this one is the one I'm very interested in. So, yeah, like, is that just like simply done on? You just did it on board or something, or it looks
I was
like?
gonna say it looks like it's on cardboard.
Cardboard. So it's canvas paper pasted onto cardboard.
I see.
I was gonna say it looks like you taped it up on the cardboard, which I actually like a lot.
Actually, we'd love to show those here.
Thank you.
Heck,
So
we could do that ourselves for a display.
Well, don't forget that next week we have to buy IKEA frames for Chun's photos, which is going to be a lot of fun because we want to.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, sorry, we got a lot of work this week. We don't tell people about it. Oh, and Bryce, I should also relate to you. I just finished another art fair application for us to try to go to New Jersey in November.
Oh wow. Which
That's the one that I told you to apply. You said wait till next year, but
I see. Nice.
Ours is going to be a feminist theme, basically. So
in line with our class.
Well, we have a lot of female identifying artists on our roster, so this is a good chance. And they're not strict on like the curation's loose, which these are incredible.
That makes
you said you saw the Alice Niels show at the Met.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What were your impressions?
I thought that she painted the people whom she knew directly, like most closely, best, like most detailed and like most. She put most love and labor and time into them, whereas like the neighborhood kids for like other ethnicity, I think they were painted a little less, like less effort put into them. So you can see how she renders the light. They're not so carefully detailed, like the light in their
But she's still a
irises.
very revolutionary painter.
Do you
Yes,
think
of
it's
course.
because she had to be on the street though, and she probably had to do it fast, or?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I'm
basically,
just saying, if you're on the street, you have to do it faster, right? So you probably are.
it's
less-
not And the light
know.
changes so quickly in the street
Mhm.
rather than studio painting. Plein air painting's
Because
not
yes, yeah. There was
okay,
that girl
that
I
one
kept
is
seeing paint it, so I
18
was like,
by
oh,
24, right? This one?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can tell by the dimension. But the next one, P019, that's small. That's 8 by 10.
No, it's 16 by 20.
Oh, that looks smaller. Huh.
No, because
I
this
mean, it is smaller, but
Oh,
brushstroke is distorting it because the brushstrokes are so big,
I see.
causing it to look small.
Okay.
16 by 20 is what we have.
Yeah.
But
Trying to get bigger ones.
but painting 18 is actually bigger because you said it was 24 by
18.
18 by 24, so slightly bigger by just a couple inches rather than 16 by 20. 18 by 24, so slightly bigger, but yeah, they're pretty close to the same size though.
I love it. This one I love. Anything with distortion.
Thank you. Yeah, my mom doesn't like it
Actually,
though.
Doesn't
there's one or
matter. You
two in my
can't base
head
it off
too.
your mom's opinion.
True, true. Bryce, what do you want to say?
I was saying I like painting 22 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
The colors, that purple is really nice.
Oh, thank you.
And these are the ones
I
that
haven't seen a
you,
lot of purple actually.
yeah,
Like that you've done a lot of purple, so I kind of like that.
me
Thank
too.
you.
Now, do you actually have to show the JPEGs or the physical actual works to Professor Glass?
Oh, just JPEG for the Zoom meeting, and then maybe for the last meeting that decides my fate, it might be I might have to bring some physical works there too.
I wouldn't bring all of them.
Yeah.
That's kind of
You can't bring all of them though, it's too many.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It's too many, yeah.
you'll have to bring the favorites, or maybe they'll even say after the JPEGs, we want to see this, 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 and that, or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they might
Okay.
get specific. It depends. You'll just have to find out, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll know by Wednesday. You'll know by Wednesday, I guess,
Yes,
or
yes.
a few days after Wednesday or whatever. But
Uh-huh.
yeah,
What do you think about this last one?
I
Is it good or is
actually
it not good or is it I mean, like mediocre or like standard portrait?
I like it, but I like the jaundiced shading, but a lot of people might hate it.
I see.
yeah, it definitely has a different shading. I think it's kind of cool though. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're right. Albert has a different shading that I think some people would be like,
It might turn off some people.
because it's very highlight, very
It looks
shadow.
like somebody like
Like-
threw a floodlight on the person.
But I kind of like it because sometimes harsh lighting is cool and it shows that you can do
Mm-hmm.
natural and harsh because it has very harsh, and then the way that you paint makes it almost more harsh because of the kind of palette knife and the sharper shading lines and stuff like that. It's not blended so much. It's like hard shading, which I think is really cool.
Should I
But yeah,
show
I
you?
don't know. Some people might not like it though. That's the thing. But you can't please everyone either.
Yeah, that's very
So at least
true.
you're just doing experimentation. You know what I mean? And if it's something that you're like, oh, I feel like this just doesn't work, then hey, it doesn't work. But you
Should
know,
I show them these like like these works that I think
I think you should show those.
I see.
I love them. I mean, the only thing is they might court some interesting provocation. I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know Professor Glass, so I might wait till the fall until you have to whip them out
Mhm.
because they're definitely. Actually, I would love to show those here. I mean, those would go really well for.
I see. And this one too.
Yeah, but those are huge
the
apps.
double panel.
Actually, that would be great in the restaurant.
Yeah.
because it's big, and I like that kind of size. It's also a double panel, which is really good.
Thank you. So yeah, so these are all the works I have. It's about 50 works.
Oh yeah.
You still have to do more, or is this all you gotta do?
No, I need to do more. I need to do 30 more paintings
Oh,
because some of these are drawings. Drawings don't count towards 50.
oh, okay. So you have to whip out 30 paintings by Wednesday?
No, by beginning
Oh,
of
is
the fall
Wednesday just a
semester.
check-in? Oh,
There's
Wednesday's just a check-in. Okay.
yeah.
You almost gave me a heart attack. I was like, how are you going to do 30 in 3 days?
But my
No, no.
question is Professor Glass really your advisor or not?
Oh, it's conditional in the sense that if I pass the review in the fall, if I satisfy
Then
the
she'll be.
requirements, then she'll be my advisor.
Oh, because I thought you
Okay.
were going with the African American guy.
No, I have 3 advisors. So
Oh, I see.
so Lou Von Shepard will be my main thesis advisor.
Because he's really nice.
Yeah, he's very generous and kind. And then Clarence Sheffield will be my other advisor, and Emily Glass will also be my advisor.
Yeah.
Your figure with the hat.
I have a
Probably
question.
one of
Are
my
you the
favorite ones.
only painting focused person in your program, or there are?
No, there are other people who are also painting focused, but they're very academic and traditional. They're not
Oh, like
they're
it's
not going new
painfully
style.
bad. Okay.
Like I feel like the other students won't if they ever go that traditional route, they're never gonna compete with the people at the Art Students League or the New York
No,
Academy of
no, they'll
Art.
just be painting commissions for Trump's campaign.
No, I mean I'm just saying that people at the Art Students League uh, furnish their skill for 20, 30 years. So
Yeah.
they're like at this godlike stage, and people do masters at RIT. They only have 2 years, so it doesn't
Yeah.
compare.
Well, I'm going to be very honest. I think taking a trip out here, maybe even just a week or two, will really help inspire a new direction or work. Because I've lived in Jersey area for like
Mhm.
5-6 years, and I know that how academic art has just dominated heavily. And so like I actually didn't even start my art career until after I moved here. So like for me, I think taking a break, even a vacation, will really help.
Yeah.
Especially I think and not to say that it's to break away from it, but traveling does help. Like I'm going to LA because I just need a break from Salt Lake. That's how bad it is. But I've also been making a lot of work myself. But my work's very, very different. In fact, actually, I didn't tell you guys, but so SVA, like there was I guess there's something called Photoville that I actually wasn't even going to like apply, but the main people in SVA actually gave me a special invitation, like
Oh wow.
in an email. Like that's never happened. But like apparently my work is so highly regarded, like they were alarmed when I didn't apply. So I just ended up filling it out last night. I only did one work, but that's like pretty scary because apparently my work must mean something, but I'm also doing very different work that's highly conceptual.
Congratulations.
Well, not a congratulations, but it's kind of intimidating in that respect. But anyway, Bryce, read this book too. It's very thin. I promise you. It's not
really cool.
Yeah, it's the first book that combines critical theory and Asian culture, which you know how like Black Lives Matter, we have a ton of Black critical theory, you know? Well, this is the first one of Asian American critical theory, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna buy this book for myself because
nice.
Good. Put it on the shelf though. Put it on our shelf.
Oh, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be around. Actually, I'll just lend this to you when I'm done reading.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you still have Cameron Lasuda to read.
Yep. And that new Arts of China book on figuration and all of
Yes.
that, which is formal analysis, which is great.
Oh, it's
'Cause
really
good to
good.
read
You
other
love that
people's
book.
formal analysis. So
Yeah. But I actually, Bryce, I'm going to be very honest. I think it would be interesting to try to give a shot at the PhD for archaeology in Yale. I really do. The master is probably no, but I think PhD for
yeah,
sure. Because if you get in, I would go even to the archaeology over art history. But you can do both art history and archaeology. I mean, who says you can't do both? And plus, Yale has a really good art history program too, so you can take 1 or 2 classes from there.
well,
But
that's what I said. I can be interdisciplinary anyway.
Yeah,
Because they're so linked together, it doesn't really
yeah.
matter.
But I will write the best recommendation. If you're applying, I will be like, I don't know. The question is there a page limit on recommendations, or I probably don't want to write it like
It
a
doesn't
2-page.
ever say. It
Like I
doesn't
would probably
usually
write a
say,
good
but yeah,
3
you
pages.
probably don't want like
Yeah, 3 pages is the most, but I think it'll be really cool because the only thing is the foreign language of archaeology, you do have to learn the ancient language. And actually, to be honest, that makes it more competitive for you because I think you have a better chance in getting their archaeology rather than say like, plus you don't want to do like necessarily like art history.
Harvard's
PhD.
archaeology is intense too.
Doesn't matter, but you'll
it's not
love
too
it.
bad though. It said 1 language, which I have French.
Yeah,
said
but you
1
need to know
language
an ancient language too, you know?
It said the requirement is 1 language and either a second or a scientific technology thing.
I think you
like
just go the
GIS or
second
something.
language.
So I could just do GIS.
Yeah, or you could pick up an ancient language that nobody knows. Like, say if you studied like African language, they have a lot of ancient languages, and then you can pick up
I guess if
hieroglyphics.
they teach me.
Well, no, they'll teach you. Well, think about it. If you could read hieroglyphics, wouldn't that be dope?
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah, I mean that's more important than GIS. Like, too many people know GIS. To be honest,
Would I still get funding for the classes that I have to learn the language in?
yeah, I mean you'll be TA. So I used to
I'll
TA.
still get money no matter what.
Yeah, you're gonna get money no matter what.
Even if it takes me like longer because.
Oh yeah, you'll always get funding. You do have a time limit of 8
like
years.
Tuition and all that.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you have a time limit of 8 years. If you don't get your PhD in 8 years,
okay,
yeah, I would be
I
depressed.
would be fine then. So
Yeah,
I shouldn't worry about.
You have to take 8.
So I shouldn't stress about the language thing then, because they allow you time to get it.
Yeah, but I would pick up a dead language, a dead ancient language, because you should learn French because French is like just anyway imported. That's not even that hard of a language. But then you should pick up an ancient language. First of all, if you could read like hieroglyphics, or even say like if you were doing Islam, like pre-Islamic archaeology, you could do Akkadian and stuff like that. Like that would be awesome. Because say if you could read a cuneiform tablet or Hittite, for example, that would be helpful. First of all, you're not even expected to have that in undergrad. So you're going to have an advantage because you're motivated.
That's true. I'm not.
Yeah, and that's the purpose of doing the PhD, is so you can tap into.
That's true. I'm not expected to have that in undergraduate.
And I'm just going to write. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm actually writing a different letter recommendation.
That might be a really good angle of attack.
Just say, hey, I want to learn these cuneiform or
hieroglyphics. That might be good for getting jobs at museums because they'll be like,
yeah,
whoa, this is a different angle.
Yeah, but also, you want to look at the art in cuneiform tablets and stuff like that, because you don't want to give up on the art history. In fact, even with a PhD, you probably still want to go back and get another degree in curatorial, because that way you get the internships and stuff. Because the PhD in archaeology, you're mostly going to be going on digs, typically. We'll see how travel goes.
Yeah, they have a curatorial track though at Harvard.
Oh, okay, we'll do that one then. So, but anyway, it doesn't matter because.
It was arts and visual. It was like arts and religion and visuality.
Yeah.
And then they go over. So I guess it's not like a specific emphasis, but it's like emphasis on arts and religion and visuals. which is obviously very art historical.
Yeah.
And then they talk about museum studies, things, and practices, which I was like, so that's pretty much like kind of a archaeology or history
Definitely.
thing all blended, which I was like, that would actually be perfect. So
Oh, it will be.
definitely
So,
gonna go for that angle as well,
oh
because
yeah,
that's like
definitely.
right up the alley.
Okay, so here's our plans basically. Just sort of because Chun has to go to the doctor.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're gonna like wrap this up fairly soon.
Yeah.
Here's our game plan. Chun's obviously gonna do all that. Chun's also my mom actually I'm getting a Chun painting for my mom's belated birthday. So Chun's actually gonna ship a bunch of work. So for that, I don't know if we're splitting the cost well. Chun's gonna quote me a price and I'll Venmo something for shipping.
Okay.
So he's gonna ship, I don't know, like 5 or 6 paintings. And they're gonna be bigger than the ones
They're
that
larger.
they're larger. His mom already gave the approval, so we'll be getting those fairly soon. And then what I'm gonna do is once we receive it, I'll pay my portion for the painting that is for my mom. The rest
Mhm.
will obviously go in inventory.
Mhm.
The things that we need to plan, this is long-term. We gotta get all those 15 total digital works for your next solo.
Yes.
I know, but it's
Okay, so
gonna
we're
come
gonna
up.
do a digital show. That'll be good.
Yeah, it will be in January. So
Okay.
not to say that we have somewhat of a lot of time, but it's already July. So
It'll come quick, yeah.
yeah, things goes quick, but you're slated to have a nurse solo in January. So
Okay, good.
Oh, really?
you're having probably 2 solo shows next year. So because you also hopefully be graduating from RIT, and then after that, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm gonna try to torture some people here to see if you can actually become like a teacher in painting here
I see.
to get a job out here. That's actually why I've been angling some positions. I'm trying to get you here before I graduate because
Mhm.
I think you'll need a job after you get your MFA,
Yeah.
unless you want to stay around, hang around in the basement and paint. It's up to you, but I don't know what you want to
My
do.
my dilemma is that my mom says she has to come with me anywhere I go.
That's
And
not hard. We'll just bring your mom here like I brought my mom here.
no, but my mom doesn't want to go to Salt Lake City because she would feel very lonely there without her friends here.
Well, that's true. But I mean, we could try to get you. But the thing is, nowadays, if you're an adjunct, you're going to have to teach at different universities. So you're going to
Yeah.
probably, if I get you something here, like with some connections whatever
Uh-huh.
connections I have, it would probably be part time. So you wouldn't be here full time. You got to recognize at some point you're going to be like going from place to place. Like you probably also have to start looking for adjunct positions in New York as well, in New
Mhm.
Jersey, assuming you still want to live there. But I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you do keep your New Jersey residency, which does have an advantage, then we can apply for that art fair, which
Okay.
is that art fair 14C, which
Mhm.
we're actually applying as a gallery, but we cannot apply for you we want you to do individual booth.
Yes.
That's prestigious. You know why? Because once you get in, it's lifetime membership.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why I
What
wanted
what does
you to apply for that.
what does that mean?
That means you'll be able to go there forever until you're dead, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow, that's amazing.
that's why I wanted you to apply, because if you live in Jersey, then you'll always be able to go to that art fair as long as you keep your Jersey residency.
I see. Wow, that's really
I can't
cool.
even apply because I'm not a Jersey resident. So and
Yeah.
you're the only person in our roster that lives in that area. So,
Yeah. I really wanted to apply, but I didn't know what would happen with Rochester. So
well, the thing is, yeah, that's the only negative is just the booth thing. But
Mhm.
next year you'll be done with your degree, so you won't have to be up in Rochester.
Yeah.
So we'll wait till next year. But the good thing is if we get into New Jersey, then
Mhm.
we'll fill out the territory. It's actually in a really nice space in Jersey
Mhm.
City. And
Mhm.
they actually cut a deal with Hyatt Regency, which I really like as a
Mhm.
hotel. But
I
it's
see.
in the Glass Gallery at Mana Contemporary, which is like
Uh-huh.
one of the best galleries in that area. But Jersey City is like a 5 minute like drive from New York City. It's right across the water. So it's basically New York City in Jersey, as far as I'm concerned.
Mhm.
So it's very prestigious if you do stay in the area. But I think what will probably end up happening, and this is just my guess,
Yeah.
I'm not a prophet, is you'll probably, if I get you a part-time adjunct position here, you'll keep an apartment here because I don't think it's a good idea to buy a place unless it's permanent. And then
Uh-huh.
you'll teach here part-time and you'll just fly back and forth, basically.
I see. I see.
Because your life's going to be interesting after you graduate. The MFA is a
Thank
huge thing, but if I can get you a painting position here at the U, it would be really
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
So we'll see. I have to pull some strings, and
Is that what you want to do then, Sean? Is to paint or to teach painting?
Yeah,
that's a
but
that was top on
That's
this.
awesome. Education is awesome.
Yep. But I wanted to get into U because we need some better painting professors, and a lot of them are retiring.
really?
Yeah, we're having 2 that are retiring this fall.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I kind of want, and some will retire. They're all old white guys. So we just
I
need
see.
less of the old white guys and more of the young, like multiracial guys, and
Yes.
like all genders, that is. So I think it would be really nice to have some diversity in the painting program. That's why our painting is, of the 3 programs, the least. Well, the 4 programs, it's the least innovative.
I see. Wow.
We just don't have people with cultural diversity here. And it's actually pretty sad because our art history is the most radically ahead. Seriously, if you know who Sarah Hollenberg was, yeah. In fact, I'll just let Bryce sing the Ode of Virtues of Sarah, or some of the other folks. But Winston Cayenne, you probably like him too.
Winston, he's awesome.
How do we get Chun to meet Winston? That would be a great meetup. Seriously.
Right? Yeah, because he's a cool professor.
Oh yeah. I mean, he has more books than I have. And I thought I read a show. If you look at his Zoom, he has like
It's a lot.
Like he has
How can I be a professor if I don't read many books? I'm in trouble.
That's put it this way. For you, we're just gonna make an exception. You just buy a shitload of books and just look like you've read them. But they're just
That's so
sculptures
funny.
on your wall.
The thing is that painting is a little different than art history.
Yeah, it's
True.
very different.
True.
Yeah,
So
actually, be honest,
that's a
you need to be
plus.
making more work. That's really what it boils down to. You should
I
have
see.
some books, but it's you're not going to be an art historian and you're not going to be a art critic, critical theorist. So, your goal is to do a lot of art. Actually, I would say if you were here in Utah, you would expand your practice so you could do other stuff like video art or sculpture and stuff like that. It's important to explore, but you're going to have to do it after MFA because you got to get graduated from that environment, which is a little bit very you don't want to limit yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think those will go well, actually. Especially some of those portraits that are kind of European looking. They are a little more traditional, so it shows them that like you can kind of traditionally paint, but you're still in your own element as well, because you don't want to
Yeah.
just completely change for them either. Obviously, you have your own style, so it's not fair, but at least you can be like, see, I do understand the academic painting and the style, but like obviously I'm still me, so I still am gonna have my own spins and my own interpretations. So
Yes.
and that should hopefully go off well, and if it doesn't, then they just don't want what you have. And
Yeah.
at that point, I don't know what to say besides just, well, bye, I guess, or screw it, or I don't know.
Let's
Because
not
that's
worry about
stupid,
that
you know
for
what I
right
mean?
now.
I don't know. But yeah, we're not gonna worry about that yet, but
Okay.
I'm just saying
We're
that's like,
just going to
yeah.
get through this midterm review first, and then the
So
final review before school begins. But the most important thing is really delve into that Mesopotamian stuff that I put in your link because I
Okay.
promise you, if you do tie it to that ancient art, as well as this book and Gender Trouble, that will really help. Because the last complaint I think of your presentation is you really didn't you were delving so much in just art influences, which, okay, that's cool, but they need to know that you know the theory. So this book, Gender Trouble,
Oh,
and the Mesopotamian art.
another thing, have you ever done a formal analysis?
I don't think he knows what that is. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have done it at RISD, but I wasn't good at it, and I introduced my own subjective interpretations because I need space fillers.
Oh yeah, formal analysis.
Because I think practicing that
Mhm.
would be extremely helpful in talking about
Wait,
your
sorry,
own work.
my audio got canceled. But what did you say? Pardon?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was saying, I think that you should practice formal analysis on your own work. I could even help you out with that because for some reason that's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, actually, I would.
I'm like a formalist.
Okay, why don't we do this assignment? And this is probably unfun. Every week, you select a work that you've done, email Bryce and me the JPEG along with a formal analysis of that work. Okay, one per week. Is that doable, or should we make it like one every other week?
One per week is doable, I think.
Okay, let's do that.
Because I think it's really important.
And it doesn't have to be a long formal analysis.
No.
2 paragraphs.
Formal analysis, yeah, you can.
It should be short.
If you need longer, you can do, but don't go over 2 pages.
Yeah,
in art history, we don't go over 2 pages.
Yeah, we actually
600 words.
Formal analysis can deal with abstraction too, right?
You can do formal analysis on abstract work too.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
You can do it on anything. It's I have a sheet that's actually super helpful. Let me try to find it. I will try to find the sheet. I know Alexis has one as well, so if I can't find it, I'll have to send it to me, but it literally guides you through like all the things that you should focus on, and the main focus is not really like a lot of the focus is like you start from the really basic roots, which is just line, composition, form, like just kind of like really, really basic units, and then put them together and try to create an argument about it based just solely off those visual elements.
I see.
So I can also send you some examples of things that I have done for formal analysis as well. So that you can kind of see what I did. But I think even though it'll be kind of tedious and it might be weird doing your own work, just don't think of it as your own work. Just look at it completely not from any kind of like don't really focus on the subject so much or anything like that, like the gender identity thing or anything yet. Like that comes at the very end. Just focus solely on, okay, what's the line? What's the color? Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is it a, or is it like a trans or a queer or whatever? Like just what's there, what's being presented, what are the certain elements, then bring them together and formulate, okay, because of this and this and this, like you can just like write a list even before you start it.
Yeah.
Because I have all these things, I think it's saying this, and then just argue about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be extremely complicated. Just find the elements, pick them out, bring them together, and formulate some kind of argument based around that. And I think that'll help because then it will kind of help you deconstruct your own work. And then you should be able to talk about your own work a lot better to them.
I see.
You'll be able to explain, like, I have these elements in my work, I have these elements in my work, and this is why it formulates to create like these ideas and stuff. You'll be able to really like hit them with that. And I think that will help. So, and it's just honestly practicing, just doing a few of them and just starting to figure out how to deconstruct piece by piece.
You know what? I'll do like 3 today.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I can do 3 today. I can do.
Actually, Bryce, do you want to email Chun some sample ones that you've done?
yeah, I
Do that.
yeah, I said I was gonna email him.
Yeah.
I'll probably email him my Lewis Payne visual analysis.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the rest of the paper, but I'll just email him
No,
the
but
analysis
that
portion.
section would help because you wrote
That's
a
what
lot
I'm.
for good looking. Actually, we should have
Yeah,
Chun take that class for fun, right?
good looking's good. That's actually a hard class though.
Yeah, but it's
Especially
you
with
know how
Elena.
invaluable it is because it helped you
It
through
was so good. Yeah,
Professor Grable. I mean,
she kicked my butt in that class, Elena.
oh yeah. Hey, I'm
Very
taking Monte's
critical, but it was
class.
good.
I'm taking Monte's contemporary art class.
I've heard he grades really hard too, but that he's a really
I
good
don't care about how
professor.
hard grading is. Like, I just want to
Well,
know
no,
that
it's
I'm.
good. I'm just saying that
I
I've
care
heard he
about if I
grades
have
like
fun in the
super
class.
critical, but that it's good as well. So,
But the thing
but
is,
anyway, yeah, I think Chun definitely that like is something that will be very helpful
Yes.
moving
Agreed.
forward.
Yeah.
Plus, if you practice it enough,
Mhm.
you'll be able to start doing it without even like needing to write down all the
Yeah.
elements. You'll be able to just like look at a piece
Mhm.
and already kind of be able to like start deconstructing simple elements.
Mhm.
I mean, of course, it'll take more time to do like a crazy in-depth analysis, but you don't really
Mhm.
need that as an artist either. But if you can just even get good enough to practice and just glance at any work and be able to be like, oh, here's some simple deconstruction of some elements, and this is why I think this means this. Boom,
Mhm.
like that's good.
Yeah. I'll practice a lot before Wednesday this week.
Okay,
That's the review.
because that would be very very helpful.
Thank you.
And then
That's
yeah,
great. Great hint. Great suggestion.
and I will send you some samples here at some point, and I'll
Mhm.
find you the help sheet too. I'm not sure where it is. It might take me till later tonight to find it, but or
Mhm.
I'll get it from Alexis. But our art history teachers, a couple of them
Mhm.
made some really really good help sheets, and I think I have
Mhm.
one somewhere. But like I said, I just need to look for it. But
Okay.
super super good,
Yeah.
and
Is there
that'll.
like a guide to form analysis?
Yep,
yeah,
it is. It's literally like a step by step, and it tells you like
yeah.
kind of
Mhm.
how do we even approach it, and so it's great because
Mhm.
I have a question. Were you required to take art history at SVA when you graduated from your undergrad or not?
I did, yeah.
Ah,
But it was mostly like memorizing names of artists, identifying the works.
okay, see that is not helpful.
no, that is very terrible idea. Sarah is like the best professor ever that I had.
That's like AP art history,
That's
not
worse than
really
AP art history.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
brute memorization is not gonna
Memorizing works. That's not what art history is
I
really.
no.
see. I
So
see.
that's
And that was
why.
that really an SVA class that they taught it like that? Because now I'm
I took 2 classes that were like that,
oh my god, that's
Oh,
awful.
one after the other.
Okay, I'll ban SVA for my art
that's
history.
one. That's one thing I'm thankful for that the U is like extremely heavy on visual analysis and
Mhm.
um, critical ideas and theories and philosophies and historical context. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm very, very glad that the professors decided to do at least robustness in that because,
Mhm.
yeah, memorizing it's on that's not really art history. I don't know. I always, yeah, I don't know. I always hated that part of it
Mhm.
because I felt like it wasn't as. I feel like being able to use the like skills of. I mean, as I was talking about, skills of being able to look at a work and formulate an opinion, an idea, and have reasonings to back up that is way more important because you can apply that to any work rather
Yeah.
than just, oh, I know this name of this and who created it and like what era it's from and what the medium
That's
is.
AP,
It's
right?
like
AP.
it's like that's not really that helpful, but yeah, AP is like that.
I see.
I mean, we at least talk about the historical context too in AP and stuff and
Uh-huh.
all that, but you are required to memorize like all of the pieces and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And we thought that was really hard.
Yeah, and it honestly that was like the worst part of it. Everything else about AP I loved though. Like all the rest
Yeah.
of the all the rest of the like we did a little bit of formal analysis, but it was just very simple. Obviously, it's high school, so
Mm-hmm.
it was just a simple blurb about breaking down a few elements. And then we did function, which was just, what is it used for? Devotion or um decor or whatever. So I mean, at least we did a little bit of stuff around it, but it was very simplistic. And a lot of it, and a lot of the tests and things that came around was just
Mm-hmm.
memorization, which I was like, but
Yeah, memorization
it
is
is what it
not
is. It was a
important,
foundation.
but it cannot be the end result. Like you have
Yeah,
to do form analysis. You have to deal with
yeah,
big themes, whether it's like studying gender, economics. I mean, those are the themes that are more important because memorizing a shitload of names doesn't do anything if you can't, like, even if you look at a work of art, you don't know how to approach it. Like that just, I mean, you don't want to go to the museum and be stultified by every single word, you know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Also, if you get bored of doing your own work, you don't have to always do your own work either. And it's actually good to practice on for other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see something around, or maybe some of those objects or things that Albert sent, or different photos or whatever, um, that Melissa sent and stuff, you could even just formally analyze those too. And it doesn't even have to
Yeah,
be painting either. Analyze a sketch, analyze a statue or sculpture,
I
or
see.
you know, try various mediums as well because that always changes it too.
Okay.
Sometimes I mean, start with your drawing and like painting stuff because I feel like
Uh-huh.
paintings are probably easier to approach on formal analysis.
Yeah.
But yes, try to do a few other varieties as well later on down the road. But I mean, as of right now to Wednesday, just
Mm-hmm.
do some of your drawing and paintings or whatever. But then,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's always
Okay.
good to branch out too and practice some other stuff because I
Mm-hmm.
like sculpture and stuff, but for some reason, for me, I found paintings were easiest, and then like sculptures were a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know.
so
I think it gets harder. Like video and installation are probably
that's
more difficult.
like that's like the hardest there is,
Yeah,
in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
or stuff that
Photography,
rattle.
actually, I like photography too. I feel like photography is really good for formally analyzing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty approachable. But yeah, sculpture I thought was a little harder. And then, yeah, as Albert said, video and some installations are really, really hard. And part of it is installations are very complex. So you have
Yeah.
sometimes that takes a lot more pages, a lot more effort because there's a ton of things happening
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. And some of them are so large scale that it's like, you have to sit there and deconstruct a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not really the goal of this whole idea anyway. The idea is just let's start with basic things
Mm-hmm.
and some writing and some painting. And as long as we can get those elements out,
Okay, and
that's the big thing. So
here's another Korean American artist you need to look
Uh-huh.
as well. I
I
linked
see.
it in
I see. I
chat.
see. Wow.
Yes, Teresa Hot Chun Cha. So check out her art. I think that will help
Okay.
with yours. She's one of the very
Uh-huh.
few Korean American artists, but she was killed at 31 years old.
Oh wow. Why?
Like just a random rape and murder. in
Oh,
New
that's
York.
crazy.
Doesn't matter, but
Wow.
her work is very influential, and I highly recommend you look at it, as
Mhm.
well as maybe even looking at her book of poetry she wrote.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
yeah, hopefully that'll help. And then let's see what else would be of interest. I think we're good here. And then just
Yeah, I
post.
probably better get moving here soon
Yeah,
too.
I gotta
And
go.
then Chun will have to get to his appointment soon as well.
Yeah,
so-
well, Wednesday, tell us how that goes, and then we have that meeting with Claire and
Oh yeah, we have a meeting on
Becca.
Wednesday as well.
Also,
Yes.
Text us how it goes, I guess. Or whatever.
also Tuesday, we're going to be framing some of your photos with IKEA stuff, so it should
Oh,
look
wow.
good. We're going to get mounting squares that are archival, and then just
Mhm.
put in the IKEA frames, and then we're going to try
Oh,
to
nice.
hang them up at the gallery because we have a ton of work because gallery shows this Friday.
Oh,
And
thank you.
it's like the first major time that we're going to get a big audience, and I was just over at Chillendon House, and it was super crowded, like for
Mhm.
lunch. So I definitely
Wow.
know, yeah, people are coming back out, so it's nuts.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah, cool. But we definitely want to get some of your photos up, and then yeah, when you get a chance, tell us so I can get those paintings shipped, and then I can get the painting for my mom's birthday, belated as it is. So
Sounds good.
yeah,
Happy
I
birthday to your
want to
mom.
make sure to get that because I probably will. I have to get. I might actually buy another piece as well, but it's probably one of the smaller pieces. But
Mhm.
I got to figure out. So I'm gonna have the take a look and see whether they can build loops because my house
Okay.
has a bunch of nails. But
Mhm.
that's gonna be hard because I have a custom framer that does all that work. I'm
Mhm.
doing the stuff for my Asian Rococo stuff. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'll tell you more. So when the paintings arrive, then I'll just. So we'll do the shipping first.
Uh-huh.
And do you need the address again, or you're good? You-
I might need the address again, yeah.
okay, I'll type it in.
Maybe can you email
You
it to
just
me?
message.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I'll just email it.
He's probably gonna be emailing us again anyway. Because
Okay,
if
cool.
he's gonna start doing formal analysis even today,
Yes.
Yes,
then
yes.
we'll be probably chatting through email.
Okay, cool.
anyway.
Yeah, that'll be great. And then I'll just email you the address, and then once you get that situated, you can ship. So Ariel's the painting that we're.
Ariella, right? Ariella?
Ariel, yeah. Do you know this person or not?
No, no, no. She was actually Middle Eastern, but somehow when I painted her, she turned out East Asian.
That's fine. Actually, it doesn't matter. I still think it's pretty nice, awesome, regardless.
Thank you.
So
You guys were so
anyway,
helpful today.
yeah,
Good
cool.
luck.
So yeah, and then no rush, but we'll have Melissa on a Zoom chat one day. So
Okay.
she's just
Sounds good.
busy doing grocery shopping, I think, with her
Mhm.
boyfriend.
Mhm.
Okay, and then Bryce, with you before we go, Tuesday, hopefully we'll meet up, and then I can talk to Ryan too, because he has some pieces that he wants. So,
When
cool.
are we getting
Well,
frames?
yep, we're doing that, but doing later in the afternoon, he might meet with us when we get back. So, because
On Tuesday?
Tuesday, well, do you want to do it Tuesday or do you want to do it a different day for the frames?
I don't know. It just depends, I guess.
Okay.
We can figure it out.
Okay, let's play it by ear because we got to do it before Friday because we got to
Oh, yeah.
we got to print out the blurbs for Marissa's show and then Office Space Collective show, which we still do. So
I'm sending. Well, yeah, the office space is done. We just dang kiln printers were done.
I know.
And hers is done now, but I just need revision.
Yeah, cool. And then
Because there's probably a few grammar things. But
also
I
you
think
want to vet it
the
with Marissa.
themes are there, so I don't know.
Okay.
So it's kind of a rough draft, but hopefully we can finish that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because
And then we can vet it
I mean,
with Marissa.
the work is done basically, but
Nice.
just I'm gonna share it, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, just look at it or fix crap if you're like, yeah.
I got to build the website for that, but I'm also finishing our last art fair application for the year. So that's going to take up my time. It's due next week, so I don't have much time. Cool. And then, yeah, we'll keep in touch. I'll text you in that case. So I think
Okay.
we'll just adjourn and then go look at your doctor, Chun.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll see you soon, Bryce.
I'll send
Yes.
you some of the stuff, Chun.
Okay.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.